So welcome to the practice of Yoga Nidra, and welcome home, welcome back home to yourself, and welcome to a lunchtime Raga Nidra, Nidra for the middle of the day. And the first part of the practice is simply to feel how the body is happy to settle itself down onto the earth, and to feel how the earth carries the weight of the body, and simply to observe how it is that when the breath goes out, it's as if the body settles right down into the lap of the earth, settling down in the middle of the day, to be still and comfortable in the lap of the Mother Earth, and feel how the breath moves through the body the way the rivers move through the earth. And the breath is fluid and moving and free and spacious. And as the breath moves spaciously and easily, notice how the body settles more completely into the earth, as if allowing the flows of the river of breath to move through the earth. Allow for the breath to move through the body, and with that spacious breath and that still settling of the body, relax into the sensation of having nothing to do, nowhere to go, no one to be, no one to please, nothing to do. Simply be aware, I am practicing Yoga Nidra. I am practicing Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidra is the form of awareness for the next 20 minutes. Just let the body be still and resting. And if you're just arriving, come and make yourselves comfortable. If there's any final adjustments that you'd like to make, you can make those now to enable the body to be even a little bit, like 5 to 10% more comfortable than it already is. Just make whatever adjustments you need to make to allow that to happen. And with those adjustments, know that there's nothing to achieve with this practice, that there's no goals to set. There's simply the experience of resting in that state of consciousness, which is Yoga Nidra, which is simply, I am practicing Yoga Nidra. I am practicing Yoga Nidra. Letting Yoga Nidra be the form of awareness. And knowing now that as the breath settles, we can invite for there to be a group intention, an intention for this group and for the whole of the camp, an intention to make inner harmony our first priority. So we invite for inner harmony to be the first priority, for inner harmony to be the first priority. And by inviting that intention to be held, it's simply already unfolding. And having set that group intention to make inner harmony our first priority, we simply allow now effortlessly for the mental awareness to travel down into the space of the heart. It's as if when the breath goes out, it settles in behind the breastbone, and it settles in there with warmth and welcoming, as if to welcome into the space of the heart with respect and love the naturally arising guidance of the inner teacher. So that may take the form of a sankalpa or a prayer, a heart's prayer or heart's desire. Or it may simply be an honouring of the feeling of heart right now as that naturally arises. Whatever feels appropriate for you right now. Allow there to be now a respectful honouring with silence and love, the naturally arising guidance of the inner teacher. Holding that with a warm welcome in the space of the heart. And now as the breath moves through the body, effortlessly and freely, it's as if the wind moves through the tree and the whole of the physical body is like a great tree. Yeah, the whole body like a tree. And as the awareness travels around that great tree of the physical body, it's as if little birds land. They land in the branches and the twigs of the tree. They land on the earth around the tree. They land in the leaves around the tree. And the light of conscious awareness is like the little birds that land in this tree. And first they land over on the tip of the right hand thumb. And it's like a little bird lands at each place gently coming home to roost. Like the birds of conscious awareness are coming back into the body. The right hand thumb, the index finger, ring finger, middle finger and little finger, the palm of the right hand and the back of the right hand and along the right wrist, elbow and shoulder, and down through the armpit, side, waist, hip, buttock, top of the right knee, back of the right knee, shin, calf, ankle, heel, sole, the top of the right foot and the right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe and fifth toe. Be aware of the whole of the right side of the body, and the awareness in the right side of the body is if a whole flock of little tiny birds is settled on the tree of the body all the way down the right side. That awareness rests back home in the body. And then the light of that conscious awareness, like the little birds settling back into the tree, move over as well onto the left side of the body, starting on the tip of the left hand thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, palm of the left hand and the back of the left hand, and the left wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, side, waist, hip, buttock, top of the left thigh and the back of the left thigh, and the top of the left knee and the back of the left knee, and the left shin, calf, ankle, heel, sole, top of the left foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, the whole of the left foot, the whole of the left side, alive with the awareness of these little birds all settled back home to roost on the left side of the body and on the right side of the body. Be aware of the left side of the body, be aware of the right side of the body, and then both sides together as if both sides of this great tree are fully inhabited by the conscious awareness, like the little birds have settled in the body. And then the awareness travels up the spine from the tailbone, lower back, middle back, upper back, right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, and the points between the two shoulder blades, and into the back of the neck and the back of the head and the top of the head, and the whole of the scalp. Aware of the whole of the scalp, as if right at the top of the tree a whole set of little birds have settled, roosted, come back home. The awareness rests in the scalp, forehead, right temple, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, right eye, left eye, right ear, left ear, right cheek, left cheek, and the nose, the bridge of the nose, and the tip of the nose, and the right nostril, left nostril, upper lip, lower lip, teeth, tongue, jaw, chin, throat. Right collarbone, left collarbone, and the point between the two collarbones, and then all the way along the breastbone, right side of the chest and the left side of the chest, and the length of the breastbone, and over the upper belly and the navel and the lower part of the belly, allowing the light of conscious awareness, like so many tiny birds, settling into the tree of the body, bringing the awareness home now, down through the belly, the pubic bones, and letting the awareness be with the whole body. Be aware of the whole of the physical body and feel it resting there on the earth. Be aware of the body resting. Be aware, I am practicing Yoga Nidra. I am practicing Yoga Nidra. And that's the form of the awareness. And then allow now, as the breath comes in, for the awareness to lift up away from the body, almost as if all those little birds, a little bit afraid and a little bit curious, lift up and fly away from the body, and then on the exhale, they all settle back down onto their perches on the tree of the body. It's as if with the inhale there's an experience of being a little curious, a little afraid, and as the breath comes in, the awareness, the birds lift up away from the tree of the body. And as the breath goes out, it's as if coming back home to yourself, safe and secure, so the birds feel settled again. They're no longer startled or afraid or curious. They settle back into the body. So with every inhalation, allow the awareness to travel a little bit out from the body. And with every exhalation, allow the awareness to settle back home in the body, alternating with the breath between this experience of being a little bit curious, a little bit afraid, a little away from the body awareness, and then settling on the exhale, safe home into the body. And be with those two different forms of experience with each of the breaths in and out. And then invite now for both of those experiences to be held simultaneously in the witness consciousness. How would that be, to be a little bit curious and afraid and a little also settled back into the safety of feeling at home at the same time, holding the feeling of the inhalation, a little away from the body, a little curious, and back into the body, settled back home. So invite for those two sensations to be present simultaneously in the witness consciousness. And then let go of that exploration and simply be aware of the natural form and boundaries of the physical body. Be aware of the natural form and boundaries of the physical body. Feel the breath moving through the body, in and out, very gentle, very effortless, just coming and going. And as that breath moves, invite for there to be a sense of effortless awareness of the breath. I am practicing Yoga Nidra. I am practicing Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidra is the form of awareness. And the breath travels effortlessly in and out of the body. And as that breath travels, simply be aware of the breath. Let the awareness settle on the breath and invite for each breath to be counted. From the next breath, making that number 9, count down from that number 9 breath down to 0. Simply keeping the awareness with each breath. If the count goes astray, it really doesn't matter. Simply bring the count back to start again at 9. The point is to keep the awareness on the breath for the next 9 rounds. Be aware, I am practicing Yoga Nidra. As the count continues, I am practicing Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidra is the form of awareness. And then wherever the count has arrived at, simply let go of the counting. Be aware, I am practicing Yoga Nidra. I am practicing Yoga Nidra. I am practicing Yoga Nidra. And be aware of that state of consciousness extending through the whole of this space. And with the breath as it comes in, feel that that state of consciousness, which is Yoga Nidra, extends out beyond the boundaries of this beautiful temple to fill the whole meadow and beyond. And then on the exhalation, bring the awareness right back into the space of the heart, right back home. It's as if with a loving expansion of this state of consciousness, which is Yoga Nidra, we can extend our awareness of it out as far as you like, beyond the temple, beyond the meadow. As if the whole earth is wrapped in the consciousness which is Yoga Nidra. And when the exhalation comes, the awareness settles right back deeply, nourishing into the space of the heart. Awareness out on the inhale, and then on the exhale, settling back into the heart. And then it's as if the invitation now is for both those states of awareness to be present at the same time. So this awareness of the whole of the earth, the consciousness which is Yoga Nidra, extending everywhere over the whole planet, and our own space of home coming into the heart. They're one and the same, inviting for that awareness to be there, present simultaneously. Awareness in the heart, awareness of the whole earth, as if the heart of the earth is held in our heart, and the consciousness which is Yoga Nidra extends throughout, from our heart outwards, back home to ourselves, and around the home, which is our planet of earth. And the breath carries our awareness in both those places at the same time, out and in. I am practicing Yoga Nidra. I am practicing Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidra is the form of awareness. And then bringing the whole of that awareness back home into the space of the heart, and returning to the warm welcome, to the naturally arising guidance of the inner teacher. Returning to welcome that guidance in with great respect and love. however it arises for you this afternoon. Welcome that guidance into the space of the heart. And then be aware, we have been practicing Yoga Nidra. We have been practicing Yoga Nidra. And allow for the awareness now to shift back to the sound of the breath moving through the body. And as the breath moves through the body, invite for there to be a feeling simply of gladness that extends from the heart out through to the tips of the fingers and the tips of the toes as they begin to wriggle and move, as if as we move into that space of gladness for the opportunity to have been able to practice Yoga Nidra. Feel the gladness that there is such a practice and that we are fortunate enough to be lying here in such a beautiful place together. And that the blessings of that practice as we begin to wriggle and move carry out with us into the rest of the afternoon and the evening. Breathing and stretching and yawning and wriggling. As we come towards the end of the practice, it can be really helpful to take a little gentle sigh and a yawn to reawaken the body with a little soft sound. Take your time, there's no rush. This practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. The practice of Yoga Nidra is over. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat.